Happy Sabbath, our viewers. It is my hope you had a good night, and welcome to Gashi's Kaiman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. I want to talk about the painful freedom that came after William Samoei Ruto was declared the president-elect, that is. Na kama tunavyojua, wakati Huslers walikuwa naiba ule wimbo that the freedom is coming, little did they know that it will be very, very painful. And I want us to show the number of things that has happened to this country since William Samoei Ruto took over power, and it has caused a lot of pain to the Huslers. So if you are here for the first time, this is Gashi's Kaiman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly subscribers, request you to like our video, just hit that thumbs up button and comments. You can also share. For our supporters, our number is always there. You can always reach us. You can also even send some videos that you think we should analyze. So the first thing is that when William Samoei Ruto took the subsidies, when he removed the subsidies from Uga and fuel, he did not tell the people where he was taking the money that was used for subsidies. Hizi pesa zilienda wapi? Na ukweli ni kwamba although people have been told that the money was used to subsidize fertilizers, it is not the case. According to Raila Amolo Odinga, Kenya is getting a free fertilizer from Russia and selling the same to the Huslers. Kwa hili ni jambo ambalo Kenya Kwanza government has not denied, and this is verified by the government. The other thing is that the fuel prices increased by 20 shilling. Kwa bei ilipanda. Sijui kama wewe Hustler huko kwenu kama unanunua mafuta kwa bei ya less than 180 shilling, because freedom came. Are you buying fuel prices with a different fuel price? Because what we are saying, the pump prices, it is 180. Ni jambo ambalo halikuwa linatarajiwa, ni jambo ambalo limesababisha uchungu mwingi sana. This is why I'm saying the freedom that was promised, yes, it came, but the Hustlers are hungry. The Hustlers are dying of hunger. The Huslers are bitter. Everybody is uncomfortable with what is happening. The other thing is that even before Uhuru left the stadium, that is Kasarani, before even William Samoei Ruto entered the State House, the shilling had started losing its value. Unlike when Kibaki took over, before he left Uhuru Park, the shilling had started appreciating. The same case applies to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But here, we have seen a different story. And even today, the shilling is still losing its value. The shilling is losing its value every day. Ni jambo ambalo limeleta mambo mengi ambayo hayakuwa yakitarajiwa. The other thing is that when you look at the corruption cases, most of these corruption have been terminated. Utapata kwamba the DCI has withdrawn a number of cases, murder cases, theft of public money, corruption cases. They have been withdrawn. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba justice now is no longer the case. The court of laws is not where now you can expect justice. Justice is no longer our shield and feather. It is just shielding and defending the rich. The other thing is that the cost of electricity has gone up. 1,000 shilling cannot even buy more than 40 units. Ni jambo ambalo limewachogonoa watu mawazo, especially when you remember that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was trying so hard to bring the cost of electricity down. And when you have the fuel prices and electricity going up, kile ambacho tunapata ni kwamba maisha huenda yakawa magumu zaidi, matatizo yakawa magumu zaidi. And the other thing is that the cost of transport. Utapata kwamba before William Samoei Ruto took over, utapata kwamba a distance that maybe would pay 50 bob, you are paying about 70 bob. This is as a result of maybe the shilling losing its value, as a result of corruption, because you see what we have that the government is not doing enough to protect the common mwananchi, to safeguard the interests of the common mwananchi, because what we are saying is a government for the rich, by the rich, and just caring about the pockets of the rich guys. The other thing is that people have no money in their pockets. Pesa mfukoni ziko wapi? Ndio tulipata uhuru ambao tulikuwa tunautaka. We got the freedom, yes, but there's nothing in the pocket. Yet we are being told to dig deeper into our pockets where we cannot get anything. There's nothing in our pockets. So what are we going to do? How is this government going to operate when the people have no money? How? And the other thing is that when you look at our justice system again, our democratic gains were lost. Because when you look at the National Assembly, the majority party was declared the minority party, and the minority party of Kenya Kwanza was declared the majority party. So this is something that we would not expect, maybe like in Raila's government. I think it is very, very unfortunate that the gains that we had made in this country are going down to the drain. The other thing is that we have seen Rift Valley MPs like Sudis and others riding on military choppers. This is misusing our national resources. Huku ni kutumia mamlaka vibaya. Huku ni this abusing power. When you look at it from all angles, you see a government that is trying to make use of anything that is there. Unaitwa ubadhirifu, kutumia mali kwa fujo, we are dying tomorrow. And this is not something that we would expect in a government that was elected, that it is going to cater for the reforms, going to look for the interests of the Huslers. Kwa kile ambacho tunaona ni watu ambao wana hawajali maslahi ya wananchi. The other thing is that Ruto formed a billionaire Huslers cabinet. A cabinet whereby people, when they are declaring their wealth, they are declaring it in terms of billions. And this is very funny. Because kile ambacho watu walikuwa wanatarajia ni kwamba Ruto alikuwa amewaahidi watu ya kwamba ageuda serikali na mama boga, ageuda serikali na watu wa bodaboda. Even the youth are not represented in his government. So you ask yourself, where are these Huslers in his government? Where are they? They are not anywhere to be seen. Because kile ambacho tunaona ya kwamba tulikuwa tunatarajia labda tungeona mtu mmoja, maybe the chairman of Boda Boda Association of Kenya, tungemuona pale, ama mtu wa matatu welfare association tungemuona pale, lakini wale watu ambao tuliona ni wale wanasiasa ambao tumewazoea, and some of them with murder cases, some of them very corrupt without caring for anything. The other thing is that we have seen the stalling of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's project. The tenders have been cancelled, and a very good example is the Mau Road that was trending in no counties. Na kile ambacho kilitokea ni kwamba tunaona watu wa Nyeri wakilalamika. In fact, they were demonstrating, and this is something not going well. So that's why I'm saying the freedom that came is very, very painful. It is not something that we would expect. It is something that has brought a lot of problems. The other thing is when you look at the council executive committees, the CEC, those people who are in the counties are nominated by the governors. Most of these people are elected. So nepotism is the order of the day, whereby you find it is only some families who are being nominated in the county governments. Ni jambo ambalo limewavuja watu wengi moyo sana, kwa sababu sivyo ambavyo walikuwa wanatarajia. Hata huku we have not seen the governors nominating boda boda people. We have not seen them nominating in the cabinet watu wa boda boda, watu wa mikokoteni. Even the nominated MCs, we don't have any from these people. Kwa kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba tunaona mambo mabaya, mambo ambayo hatutarajia kuyaona yakiendelea, kwa sababu ni mambo ambayo tunaweza kusema kwamba yamewaletea watu uchungu mwingi sana. The other thing is on the landlords, especially in Mount Kenya region, because what is happening is that Nairobi Metropolitan is registering all the landlords, and they have to pay that % of the rent income to KRA, and this one will be passed to the common mwananchi, because most of the hustlers, most of us are hustlers, don't have money to pay rents. In fact, anytime tarehe 25 ikifika, watu wengi wanaanza kuwa na maji tumboni because they don't have money to pay for the rents. Ni jambo ambalo linaweza kusema ni jambo ambalo linaweza kusababisha uchungu mwingi sana katika sehemu za Mlima Kenya, and I can see Mount Kenya drifting away from Kenya Kwanza within a very short time. The other thing that is coming is that when you look at the freedom that we talked about, it is freedom that people thought would bring a lot of changes. Because what are there any positive things that you have seen? Maybe I may sound very pessimistic, but are there any positive things that you have seen with this government? Because mimi sijaona chochote, kwa sababu when you look at the appointment of the Supreme Court judges, what is happening here ni kwamba tunaona kuwa ni mambo ya kisiasa, ni hatua za kisiasa tu, hazina manufaa mengi kwa the common hustlers, because this is just something that is there to make Uhuru looks bad and because maybe rewarding the judges because of what happened in the Supreme Court, where Uhuru was, Baba lost the case, and it was declared as hot as wild goose chasing and the likes. So there's nothing good that is coming from Kenya Kwanza government, unless maybe time can review so many things. But so far, so bad. And this is your host, Gashis Keman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Have a blessed Sabbath.